Finally Eliyahu the prophet came down from the top of the hill and said to King Ahazyahu,
Thus saith Yahweh, forasmuch as thou hast sent messengers to inquire of Baal-zebub, the god of Acharon, is it because there isn't God in Israel to inquire of his word? Therefore thou shalt not come down from the bed whither thou art gone up, but shalt surely die.
So he died, according to the word of Yahweh which Eliyahu had spoken. And Jehoram began to reign in his stead in the 2nd year of Jehoram the son of Jehoshaphat, king of Yehudah, because he had no son. Now the rest of the acts of Ahazyahu, which he did, are they not written in the book of the Chronicles of the Kings of Israel? Of the books called Kings, the 2nd, chapter 2. And it was, when Yahweh would take up Eliyahu by means of the whirlwind into the skies, that Eliyahu went with Elisha from the Gilgal. And Eliyahu said to Elisha, Tarry here, I pray thee, for Yahweh hath sent me as far as Bethel. And Elisha said, As Yahweh liveth, and as thy soul liveth, I will not leave thee. So they went down to Bethel. And the sons of the prophets that were at Bethel came forth to Elisha, and said to him, Knowest thou that Yahweh will take away thy master from thy head today? And he said, Yea, I know it. Be ye silent. And Eliyahu said to him, Elisha, tarry here, I pray thee, for Yahweh hath sent me to Jericho. And he said, As Yahweh liveth, and as thy soul liveth, I will not leave thee. So they came to Jericho. And the sons of the prophets that were at Jericho came near to Elisha, and said to him, Knowest thou that Yahweh will take away thy master from thy head today? And he answered, Yea, I know it. Be ye silent. And Eliyahu said to him, Tarry here, I pray thee, for Yahweh hath sent me to the Jordan. And he said, As Yahweh liveth, and as thy soul liveth, I will not leave thee. And they two went on. And 50 men of the sons of the prophets went, and stood opposite them afar off, and they two stood by the Jordan. And Eliyahu took his mantle, and wrapped it together, and smote the waters, and they were divided hither and thither, so that they two went over on dry ground. And it was, when they were gone over, that Eliyahu said to Elisha, Ask what I shall do for thee, before I am taken from thee. And Elisha said, I pray thee, let a double portion of thy spirit be upon me. And he said, Thou hast asked a hard thing. Nevertheless, if thou see me when I am taken from thee, it shall be so to thee, but if not, it shall not be so. And it was, as they still went on and talked, that, behold, there appeared a chariot of fire, and horses of fire, which parted them both, and Eliyahu went up by means of the whirlwind into the skies. And Elisha saw it, and he cried, my father, the chariots of Israel, and the horsemen thereof. And he saw him not any more. And he took hold of his own clothes, and tore them in 2 pieces. He took up also the mantle of Eliyahu that fell from him, and went back, and stood by the bank of the Jordan. And he took the mantle of Eliyahu that fell from him, and smote the waters, and said, Where is Yahweh the God of Eliyahu? And when he had smitten the waters, they were divided hither and thither, and Elisha went over. And when the sons of the prophets that were at Jericho opposite him saw him, they said, The spirit of Eliyahu doth rest on Elisha. And they came to meet him, and bowed themselves to the ground before him. And they said to him, Behold now, there are with thy servants 50 strong men. Let them go, we pray thee, and seek thy master, lest the Spirit of Yahweh hath taken him up, and cast him upon some mountain, or into some valley. And he said, Ye shall not send. And when they urged him till he was ashamed, he said, Send. They sent therefore 50 men, and they sought 3 days, but found him not. And they came back to him while he tarried at Jericho, and he said to them, Did I not say to you, Go not? And the men of the city said to Elisha, Behold, we pray thee, the situation of this city is pleasant, as my Lord seeth, but the water is bad, and the land miscarrieth. And he said, Bring me a new cruse, and put salt therein. And they brought it to him. And he went forth to the spring of the waters, and cast salt therein, and said, Thus saith Yahweh,
I have healed these waters. There shall not be from thence any more death or miscarrying.
So the waters were healed to this day, according to the word of Elisha, which he spoke. And he went up from thence to Bethel, and as he was going up by the way, there came forth young lads out of the city, and mocked him, and said to him, Go up, thou bald head! Go up, thou bald head! And he looked behind him, and saw them, and cursed them in the name of Yahweh. And there came forth 2 she-bears out of the wood, and tore 42 lads of them. And he went from thence to Mount Carmel, and from thence he returned to Shamaron. Now Jehoram the son of Ahab began to reign over Israel in Shamaron in the 18th year of Jehoshaphat, king of Yehudah, and he reigned 12 years. And he did that which was evil in the sight of Yahweh, but not like his father and like his mother. For he put away the pillar of the Baal that his father had made. Nevertheless, he cleaved to the sins of Jeroboam the son of Nebat, wherewith he made Israel to sin. He departed not therefrom. Now Mesha, king of Moab, was a sheep master, and he rendered to the king of Israel the wool of 100,000 lambs, and of 100,000 rams. But it was when Ahab was dead that the king of Moab rebelled against the king of Israel. And King Jehoram went out of Shamaron at that time, and mustered all Israel. And he went and sent to Jehoshaphat, king of Yehudah, saying, The king of Moab hath rebelled against me. Wilt thou go with me against Moab to battle? And he said, I will go up. I am as thou art, my people as thy people, my horses as thy horses.